like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, set, line, 80,
57 mark. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
check 15, check 15.
Here we go.
Go Bandit.
It's just me and you. Alert.
On first down, Brady. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. In the face. Hey, 66.
Switch.
From midfield, here's Brady. Able to get this to Gordon.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Brady to throw again. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. The 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Right here.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
53 to Mike. 53. Check him.
Brady. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10, and he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, it's Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Wait, 20. 53, Mike. All day.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Pick me up. Hey, post 66.
To throw, it's Brady. Dorsett making the catch. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
I'm coming after you. Shadow. Bravo. 53 to Mike. Watch the flag. Motion,
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
450. 72.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Clinton Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Red 80. 52, Mike 52. Not here.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, let's go. Too little, cut. 51's the mic, boy, 51. Coming to you.
Back to throw, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Like 22, he's coming, 22. Hey, Haywood. Mike 22, Mike 22. Let's go, D. Yo, 80.
Play action. It's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Danny. Mike 22, Mike 22.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Darnold now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Man, I got you. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. And he's got it. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Jones. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They get it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go on. No, 66. Let's go on. No, 66.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Gets it to Gordon. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Hey, Mike 51. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
From the gun, Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for New England. And even 50 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Ozzie.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski the extra point, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. On second down now, it's Jones. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Like, 22's coming, Mike. Yeah, ready? Come on, boy. Hey, Zoo. Don't be scared of it. Mike's 22, Mike's 22. Mike, sweetheart. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike. Hey, here I
Here's Darnold. Walford's got it. Complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Wait, that 53. Check 53. I got you, punk. Shit.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle.
That's it, baby.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 22.
Darnold from the gun. Found his target. It's Anderson. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Check 31, check 31.
They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
22. Watch the run. They're running it.
They'll run it right side with Cannon. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Ready? Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Go. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And his kick here is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You don't know no better. Slant. Sugar.
The final shot before half for Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Wait, 20. Check, 53. Here we go, G. Get up. 72.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Wait, that 380.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Watch the twins.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Wait, 20.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you get most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alpha.
Squeeze double double. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Focus defense. Focus.
Darnold now to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Cannon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
From the 29, Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 12-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
They'll run on first down. Cannon. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mike 22. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready?
On second and 9, Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Lawrence Guy coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point attempt to come here.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Regular.
Brady gives to Michelle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's White. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Wait, that 29. Alpha. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
From the 39, Brady. That's complete to White. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike. Come on, baby.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Complete to Dorsett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
On first down, Brady. Dorsett's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthinking. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Hey, let's go. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all play alert.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Brady gives this to White. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 6 yards, the pickup, and that's a first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check. 53, Mike. Check. 50.
Hey, check it.
Hey, watch the slide.
Alert.
From the gun, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Here we go again.
On the ground, this is Michel. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
I'm 52.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 50.
Hey, Charlie.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
From the gun, Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Josh Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with an extra point. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mark 22, Mark 22. Check the outs, check the outs.
From the 27, Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Let's go. Mark 22, Mark 22.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take
Mark 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens have added to their lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Shadow. Easy.
To throw is Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is caught at the 20. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen.
And they will run it with Michel. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Hey, come on. Hey, Delta. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. No chance.
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Mike 22, he's coming. Hey, box drop. 6 man. Check girls. Mike 22. Stop your whining.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch the curl.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Patriots, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season.